I'd like to thank all three panellists, and I'm going to be asking them a few questions in a moment. So we've heard presentations on some very different kinds of media, ranging from trading cards through to cutting-edge video games. And we've also seen that there are some titles that can translate very effectively from one kind of media to another, be it Yu-Gi-Oh! Or be it a horror franchise like The Grudge. Okay, so I'd like to ask each of the panellists a couple of questions. And the first thing I'd like to ask you is, I believe that it's a very collaborative process trying to handle these Japanese products, trying to release them effectively onto the UK markets. And in the case of Mr. Brown, I believe that you mentioned that you're working very closely with Manga Entertainment on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Franchise. And I just like, starting with Mr. Brown, I just wonder if you could comment a little on how you collaborate effectively with other companies, with partner companies, hopefully benefiting both of you.
Yeah, okay. As I mentioned, the Yu-Gi-Oh! is not just trading cards, it's also also TV cartoon, an anime, and also currently it's a movie which has been released on DVD, on Blu-ray and that. So and we tend to have a little network of companies that we work with to cross-promote and to collaborate wherever we can to get sort of the maximum reach to as many people as we can for these things. I think with Yu-Gi-Oh! I think that it's kind of limited because there are only a sort of certain channels that we can work through. On the video game side, we do that a lot more in different ways. But certainly we have been working a lot with manga recently and other organisations that are kind of behind the scenes that are not names that you would probably know, but they're sort of part of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Network of business network of collaborators that we work with. I don't think it's kind of too much I can say really on because it's kind of a bit limited on Yu-Gi-Oh!
With a brand like any kind of brand that's established, you're like, for example, we're distributing Tekken Blood Vengeance on DVD across Europe and via our friends at Manga Entertainment in the UK, like basically as well. Like, so we're working with people like Namco Bandai to maximize our strengths in both areas, because when you get things like video games and anime, each area has their own strengths of publicity as well. I mean, games, like for example, the gaming market tends to have a very targeted, it has wide reach as well in different sources of media than someone in the film side of the industry has, for example. So the traditional way we're doing things just now is we're effectively swapping notes on who has who in each Rolodex, and then maximizing, by putting a case together which appeals to each of them to maximize the potential of the brands. So I mean, you send that, it's effectively customizing each piece of information so that it works the best and people talk about it the most. So I mean, it is very collaborative though when the brands overlap, and even if they don't, you try to work in information to places you think it will be of interest as well, I guess. Sorry.
That's okay. With video games, because of the branding involved, it actually makes it quite easy. For instance, our example of Hello Kitty, if we want to cross merchandise, then we just contact the relevant supplier and discuss what they could do with us. We have done previous cross promotions in the past with Manga Entertainment, with Neo Magazine. Basically, we just have to identify the type of game that we have. If there's a brand available for it already, we try and find the relevant merchandising to cross-promote that way. If not, then we approach the relevant Japanese media, identifying again the type of game that we have. For instance, if we have like a samurai game, that really speaks across to most Japanese platforms, so we can start our discussions through there and see how we can cross-promote. But franchises with games that we have without any core branding per se, we've done things in the past where we've approached Tokyo Toys and said that we've got this product, it's very Japanese-centric, we want to do some form of cross-promotion, what can we do? And it's just a form of collaboration.
I want to ask you particularly, is there a particular example of a cross-promotion that comes to mind that was particularly successful for your company?
Is that to me?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to use the example of Hello Kitty again, purely because of the strength of the brand. We have traditionally, Hello Kitty is popular all around the world. In the UK, a bit more so than the rest of Europe. Also in Spain and Italy, it's absolutely huge. So what we did for the first Hello Kitty game that we released, we basically contacted a distributor in Spain. I can't remember the name for it, it's rather worrying me. But yeah, we just contacted them, we told them, we have this Hello Kitty game, and that links in with Angel Cat Sugar as well because they're the same distributor of merchandising for both products. And we basically said, look, we've got this game, you've got products. They had plushies, they had bags, that form of merchandising. And then we did a cross promotion in terms that we put some ads into our relevant media. So while we promoted the game, we also promoted their products. They did the same for us as well. And then when the catalogues came out, we also cross-merchandised that way. And when we did our PR, we tried to work in ways where the PR exercise involved copies of the branding as a whole. So they have the game, they have the merchandise, and really push the brand. The brand is really key for gaming. If we have strong brand awareness, it really does help drive everything else for us, and everything just falls into place after that.